This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Thank you so much for joining me today. Oh my goodness, the pains of rejection, right? Nobody likes to be rejected, but ooh, the things I learned about somebody telling you no, don't take it personal. I told my girl, I said, honey, we got to stop taking this stuff personal. I think Monica said, don't take it personal. It's just one of them days. Don't take it personal. You know why? Because sometimes somebody telling you no just blessed you. And you need to look at them and say, thank you. Thank you for not wanting me in your world. Thank you for telling me no. I didn't need to be in your group, no way. I didn't need to have that car. I didn't need that, that particular house or that park, whatever it is you're going after. And you go knocking at some doors and you hear them no's. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you it's okay, because somewhere along the line, honey, it's somebody fighting for you. Somebody knows exactly where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to have, who you're supposed to be with. All that stuff has already been aligned for you. You got to trust that. You got to trust your higher self. You got to believe that your purpose is bigger than that no. Okay, they said no. All right, what were you going to do? Okay, first of all, let's get that pillow break. And we're not drowning our eyes in the pillow tonight. Not rolling this mascara, right? We're not going to do that tonight. Tonight, we're going to understand, okay, if I didn't get in that door, then it was blocked for a reason. Ooh, wee. Let me tell you about an experience I had. Y'all know I got to go there, right? I got to go there. I had an experience one time about a job. I had this job. I didn't want this job. I did not want this job. But I was trying to convince somebody that I'll go wherever. I didn't want the job, but I went knocking on that door. And they called me in for an interview. I said, I didn't want that job. But I said, okay, I'm going to go do this job because I want to prove that I was trying to get something to help out. So here I go. Well, in the interview, I was all in. I had the job. I was getting kind of sick to my stomach inside because I didn't want it. But I said, okay, because I prayed on my way going in there. I said, okay, I'll take this job, Anyway, let me tell you what happened. Ooh, baby honey cakes. Y'all gonna like this. So the lady had a beautiful watch on. It was pretty. I love that watch. I looked at her watch. I said, ooh, that's a beautiful watch you got on. It has a little pretty emblem on it. She says, oh, if you be here 15 years, you get one too. I said, huh? I said, honey, I ain't trying to make no career out of this place. I said, honey, no, sir. I was young, kind of silly. I think I must have spoke a little too fast, but I was on time. I was meant to say that, because let me tell you what she did. When I told her that I wasn't planning on making a career out of this job, because it was a job. It was work. It wasn't my passion. It wasn't my love. It wasn't where I wanted to be, but I was willing to accept it. Understand where I'm getting ready to go now? So sometimes you're trying to settle in, and sometimes it's not meant for you to settle. So here I am. And she said to me, she says, she got up. She smiled at me, right? And she got up. And I'm sitting right there all happy I got this job, right? Because you already told me I had the job. I had a job. I'm smiling, kind of reluctantly, but I'm smiling. Anyway, she walks out. She goes into the office, closes the door. And I ain't thinking nothing about this thing, right? Because I got a job. The lady she talked to called me in the office. She says, I just noticed that you worked here before. I said, yeah, a few years ago I worked here before. She says, oh, well, we're not rehiring anybody. I said, oh, okay. All right, so okay, I understand. And I went to smiling, right? She said, did you hear what I said? I said, yes, ma'am. You said I don't have the job. She said, yes. She said, but you're smiling. I said, honey, I didn't want it. I said, I didn't want it. I just needed you to tell me I ain't got it. That way I have it when I go home, I can say, they wouldn't hire me. I was so happy, right? Anyway, I walked out the door. I'm happy. I'm smiling. My neighbor who took me to the interview, He saw me smiling, and I get in the car, and I'm smiling. He said, you got the job? I said, no. He said, what you smiling for then? I said, I don't have that job. They closed the door on me. I'm so happy. But let me tell you something. If that door closed, another one's going to open. He would look at me like, girl, you crazy. I said, I didn't want that job. Anyway, that night, I went to sleep. In this dream, this vision, this awakening, I was going into work in this building. I was this big building. I never seen it before. I was walking in. Everybody was running out the building. They were running. And they were running past me telling me, run, run, run. Run for your life. I'm like, what in the world is wrong with these people? I need this job. In this dream, I need this job. What is they running for? And they were telling me to go back, go back. I said, honey, I'm going to get this job. And I kept walking in. Y'all got to know who I am to know who I am. It take a lot to make me run. So I'm going into this job, strutting on in there, right? Because I got a job. Anyway, I get inside, it's empty. I'm looking for the time clock so I can punch in because, I don't care about them people. I got to get paid, right? I go in, and all of a sudden, I just see these pillars. The building's empty. These pillars was there, right? And I'm standing there like, where everybody at? Crazy girl. You just see them running out the building like a horror movie. Look. Anyway, that's another story. I said, okay. Anyway, all of a sudden, I kept seeing something peeping from behind these pillars. They would peep out and come back. And I said, what in the world is that? All of a sudden, sugars, there was a man kneeling by my right side. He was kneeling by me. And I looked down at the man. And he looked up. But not at me. He just looked up. He had this like a bow on his back. Like an archer had a little thing on the back. Y'all know the name of it. I don't know. But in there was some arrows, right? He had the bow in his hand. Oh, you talking about somebody? Oh, like the equalizer type thing. I mean, oh, he was a warrior. I looked at him. I know he wasn't playing, right? And I said, who are you? Right? He said, my name is Michael. I said, who? He said, my name is Michael. And he stood up. When he stood up, I kind of leaned back on him, right? I leaned back and he pulled an arrow out. Honey, let me tell you, he pulled an arrow out and he pulled back his bow and he began to throw that bow out. And every time he shot out, whatever's behind those pillars, all I saw was blackness and a light hitting it, and they were gone. And he was killing whatever these things was that were behind these pillars, apparently thinking they were going to get me. Michael, honey, the what? The Archangel was right. I said, and when he did that, I said, oh my God, you didn't send me anybody. This still gives me goosebumps because I'm telling you, this is probably 1990, 91, long time ago, honey. I said, you didn't send me anybody. You know I needed some help. And you didn't send me anybody. You sent me your best. I got Michael, the Archangel, fighting for me. I'll never forget it. To this day, whenever I hit hard times or rock bottom, I still know Michael is fighting for me. Good gracious, from Zion. Y'all better talk to me now. So anyway, he was just shooting these arrows, and whatever those things was, they were gone. And I knew that I was all right. I woke up that morning happy. I said, something good is getting ready to happen to me because Michael has already destroyed my enemies. Somebody need to have some goosebumps like me. And somebody need to know you're going to be okay. That rejection was just a blessing. You hear me? The rejection was just a blessing. It was meant for you not to get that. It was meant for you to have that door closed so this one can open. I got a phone call. A lady asked me, was I interested in this position as a counselor at a shelter for abused women? And I told her, sure. She said, step in. I don't even remember applying for the job. But anyway, I go into the door. I put on this blue dress my mama sewed for me. She made me this dress. And I always call it my blessed dress, right? So whenever I wanted to go and, really do a little sprinkle, I put on that dress because I know that dress always represents something great going to happen for me because my mama made me this dress. I goes into this interview, sits down with this lady. She goes to talking to me. And we're talking. And she said, look, she says, I want to stop you right there. And oh my God, I said, what's going on now? She said, let me stop you. She said, we're only 5 minutes into this interview. And I want to just say to you, I don't need you to say anything else except you would accept this job. I don't even want to interview nobody else. She said, I want to offer you this job. Do you want this job? And I was like, wow. I said, yes, ma'am, I do. She says, job is yours. She said, I don't know what it is. She said, but when you started talking, I knew you were the one for this job. I said, look here. Let me tell you about my qualifications, y'all. I had none, except I used to be one of those ladies years ago. That's the only qualification I had, right? But it was the gift, baby. It was all over me. I'd already been anointed and appointed for that position. And when I walked in, the door was already open for me. You know why? That's why I was blocked from that position, because this one was coming. Now, what if I had accepted that daggone job they was trying to give me in that factory I didn't want? And when they called me, I've been on the job doing something I didn't want in that factory. And look what I got. Oh my gracious. I love that job because it was my passion. It was my love. I found women I could just pour into, who I can just uplift and tell them, honey, let me tell you something. I know it looks bad today coming in, but let me tell you what you're going to look like coming out. You're going to look like me. You're going to look like me. You're going to be okay. It's going to be all right. Oh, sugar, I had a great time. I said all of that. See, I have to give a testimony sometimes because sometimes people be thinking everything's okay for that sugar. Nah, sugar had problems. But she's making that way out. You know what I mean? I'm saying this to say to you, if they're rejecting you, it's for a reason. If you're not allowed in that gate, that door, that relationship, that house, whatever it may be, there's a reason. Something else is coming that you are meant to go into. And somebody's, your guides, your higher self, your Lord and Savior has blocked what you wanted or what you was expecting so you could have exactly what you needed. And what you need, honey, is going to be there for duration. It's not going to be no temporary thing. They're not going to just be there, for just the resting, but they're going to be there for the blessing. You understand what I'm saying to you? Don't worry about it. So what? They said no. So what if they walked away? I know it hurt. There's a tinge there. I know. But honey, emotions change every day. Do what you got to do. Process it, and process it out. Get rid of it. So you can be ready for what's really coming. Because something is coming your way. And it's far better than what you said no to or what said no to you. It's going to be better. Somebody said, what? They left you? Really? Hallelujah. Can you be mine? What? They wouldn't give you the job? Can you work for me? What? They wouldn't get you in there? Honey, we got nothing right over here. Brand new. It don't matter. Trust it. Trust it. Believe in it. Manifest it. And I want you to walk into what you know, because I know for a fact, and I will share, Michael, with you if you want me to. There is some power walking with you, around you, surrounding you, through you, and to you, that you gonna be okay. And you're gonna get the best, because the best is still yet to come. Trust it, baby. It's coming for you. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you've been blessed. I hope you've been encouraged. I hope and I do pray that if you have been rejected in any way, that you know it is not the end. It is not the final thing. It is not your last. Something great is coming, and it's coming for you. You hold on. This is Jenny Oya with Nuggets and Things. Be blessed, be powerful, let your light so shine. Be everything you're meant to be. And don't worry. You get ready to be blessed. Blessings.